Ayo, it's your boy Zay, and I'm with.
It's your boy Khalil.
And this is Lowkey for the Hoops and subset to Lowkey for the People podcast where we just talk about basketball. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, what it do in the NBA? What's been going on, boy?
We're going to start off with Monday, top of the morning, top of the week. My boy Cade Cunningham rising up the rookie ladder. Now, he started the year a little slow. You know, just like Jalen Green. So, hey, like the first two picks, you know, they're a little slow. But, nah, he's steady getting up there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. When Cade Cunningham was the number one pick, you know, I had some high expectations. And coming out the gate, because, like, on 2K, they made, bro, somebody had a simulator. And they made this man Cade a god. On 2K. They made this man. I was looking for so he like that. He like that for okay.
Nah,
okay.
Like if y'all play with them draft classes on 2K, y'all know all like the top 20 rookies are just amazing. Like they got Jalen Green like jumping from the 3-point line.
Bro, oh my God.
Evan Mobley, he averaged like 20 and 11 straight out the gate. Like it's crazy.
And then early in the season, I was kind of a little disappointed with because like we didn't really see much.
You didn't see much out of any of the rookies, really. Yeah. Like you saw, Jalen Green, you know, he was
between Scottie Barnes, and Jalen Green. Yeah, Jalen.
My boy Scottie Barnes. Now, bro, he the truth right there. I really want Scottie to win, but I think Evan Mobley's probably gonna win just because the Cavs are a top 5 seed. He's playing really well defensively and offensively. But Scottie Barnes is my number 2 because, again, he's playing good offensively and defensively. He's passing. He's running fast break. He's like a mini Kawhi. And guess what he played for? The Raptors. Let's get with it. He a light-skinned Kawhi.
Yeah, that's kind of a stretch.
What do you mean?
You're going to say just because, he Kawhi because he played for the Raptors.
No, I'm saying... If you look at how his offense and defense is like, he plays a lot like Kawhi.
Okay.
Like he looks like an early day Kawhi. He can
early day
like Spurs Kawhi, like
Spurs Kawhi, like okay, what Spurs?
Spurs Kawhi.
Are we talking about rookie Spurs, or are we talking about like later on blooming Spurs?
But right before blooming Kawhi, like before Kawhi started doing dribble pull-ups, right before that.
Okay.
So I feel like in like 2 seasons, Scottie Barnes gonna make that jump into Super Kawhi, and if you know what I'm talking about, Super Kawhi.
So Kawhi is a Pokemon now? Kawhi is some type of Pokemon.
That's what it sounds like. Evolving.
Super.
Yeah.
Super Kawhi.
But now, moving on to the Sixers. No, the Sixers, they picked up Harden, as if you know, you should really know. Like, there's zero justification for not knowing. But no, the Sixers picked up James Harden. They won every game except that Heat game that Harden didn't play in. But then they get smacked by the Nets by 29 points. That was just yesterday. But Monday.
Yesterday it is recording, but yeah.
Yeah, it is recording. But nah, the Sixers have been playing really well. Do you think the Sixers are legit contenders?
Where are they at right now? What's the standings for them? Like,
are they like 4th?
They're 4th. Are they contenders? I wouldn't say they're not because Joel Embiid has always been proving everybody wrong, and that's what he's continuing to do right now. If Joel Embiid don't get injured, they are definitely contenders, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because then again, it's the East.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, Joel Embiid, Harden. I'm guessing they're still learning how to play with each other all the way through.
No, they play great together.
They playing great?
They're not the problem.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, man.
I feel like
what's the real problem with them now?
I feel like the only problem is just the stuff we've always complained about James Harden with.
Oh, defense?
Well, like, defense and his efficiency. Like, he'll have games where if you just look at the stats, he has 30 points and 10 assists. But he'll be shooting like 3 for 13, and he has like 15 free throws.
That's right.
So
ain't that what happened last night too?
Last night the Nets clamped him up. I know we're jumping because we're focusing on Monday, but the Nets clamped him up. Homie was shooting like one of them boys in the gym, just chucking it. Like, oh my goodness, man. But like, it's what we always complain about James Harden with. You know, all these stats gonna translate to winning the playoffs, and so far, we don't know. Joel Embiid, you know, he can always be more physical. You know, you're a 7-foot guy with some of the best skill moves other than Nikola Jokic. So I'm gonna need you to be physical. Like, a lot of times, I still see him trying to draw fouls. Stop trying to draw fouls. Just play the game, bro. Play the game.
He kind of needs to.
He needs to draw fouls?
He could. Bro, he can shoot the free throw.
I understand that, but drawing fouls takes away from the game, bro. Play the game. If you get fouled, then that's fine. You get fouled. But don't draw fouls. Like, running into somebody. Boom.
All right.
Like,
I see your point.
But nah, the Bulls. Like, okay. I was really high on the Bulls beginning of the season. Really high on the Bulls. But as of late, the Bulls have really shown that they can beat middle to trash teams. Like, they'll beat some lower tier contenders to trash teams. But whenever they play like really good teams, they fold, and it's becoming a habit now. Like, they played the Raptors. I think they won one of them and they lost the other one. They played the Hawks twice. I think they lost twice. They played the Celtics. Celtics won. I think they lost against the Suns, lost against the Cavs. I think they lost against Golden State and stuff like that. Like, they've really been like up and down. Sometimes they win against good teams. Sometimes they only win against bad teams. So
interesting. That's especially because, like, man, I had high hopes for the Bulls, especially when they come out the gate on fire.
Oh yeah, they really did.
But I mean, I guess that's just the story that always unfolds with especially like these past few seasons. Like, we can't trust the first seed because that's what it's been. That's when it's been going to. Like, look at the Heat. Where the Heat came from in the bubble, out of nowhere. And who was the number one team?
I mean, they didn't come out of nowhere.
Bro, come on, dog.
Bro, they were the top 3 seed, bro. They're literally they were like the 5th.
They were like 6th seed.
Yeah, they were.
And they went against Giannis.
But they didn't come out of nowhere. They locked up Giannis in the season. That's how I knew if the Heat played the Bucks in the playoffs. I said the Heat would beat them. You know why? Because Bam was clamping up Giannis. Giannis was on life support. Giannis, oh no, defense! Like, nah, homie was getting clamped.
But even
up.
so, but even like, you know what I'm saying, like, when it comes to the playoffs,
it's unpredictable. It is unpredictable. You know,
and that's what I'm trying to go with, right?
That he does have a point.
But anyways,
going into Tuesday, Kyrie's 50-point game. Now, I just want to say I'm a Kyrie fan. I love to watch Kyrie play, but this just continues to show me that every game Kyrie misses, he's depriving his team of stuff like this. If any night Kyrie can drop any points he wants, if Kyrie says, "Hey, I want to drop 100 tonight," I think he'll get it close to 100. Like, he's just that guy that can do what he wants. But with that doing what he wants, he's missing games because of the vaccine or whatever. Which, hey, I respect any man's choice. Because, again, he's a man. He can do what he wants. But your actions have consequences. And his consequence is depriving his team of a superstar that can contribute to wins.
But at least, like, I mean, KD back, right?
Oh, he's back.
KD's been back. Yeah, so... I mean, at least that's going well for them. And then how's Ben Simmons been playing?
He ain't played yet.
He ain't played yet?
He's apparently injured.
How's he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Drama. Anyways.
I don't know.
What else happened on Tuesday?
Oh, Darius Garland got 41 and 13. Boy, been on fire. Young star. You know, he was an all-star this year. You know, he's really sprouting out. There was a debate I saw on... what was that? It was in the YouTube comments of the All-Star game or something. People debating like who's better, LaMelo Ball or Darius Garland. In my opinion, I think LaMelo's better.
Thank you. I was going to say.
But
thank you.
Garland's going to look better because his team is a higher seed, and
I mean that's always going to be the case.
Yeah, it's always going to be the case. But yeah, LaMelo is the better individual star. But yeah, we just need to get that clarified. As we windmill into Wednesday.
See how corny this man is? He can't even say with a straight face.
Tatum is on a scoring streak. He dropped 54, and then he dropped 44. And I think before that, he had like a couple 30-point games. Like, he's been really playing well. The Celtics are playing better because I think they were like the 9th seed at some point. So I think they're coming up now. They're definitely getting back in their footing. One thing a lot of people don't realize about the Celtics is that Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, they play alike, right? So when you have two players that play alike, but there's no one that you can definitively say is better, I do think Tatum is better.
No, Tatum is better.
But on a nightly basis, it can really change because you have some nights where, like at the beginning of the season, Jaylen Brown, I think he had like one of the first 40-point games, and Jayson Tatum had like 13 points. Like they'll have nights where they'll switch, but you don't. But I don't know if they know their role. I don't know if they know.
I mean, like, I'm pretty. There was a team like this before. I can't remember who I feel like it was T-Mac and Vince Carter.
They didn't go nowhere.
No, they didn't go nowhere.
They didn't go nowhere.
Bro,
you can switch if you want to, but you got to go somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it was a team where it was like two players that kind of played similar positions that had similar skill sets. And I don't know how that worked out back then, but, you know.
Hey,
even though all I'm saying, this is a rare team because you don't really see this happen.
That's true.
So, like, the fact that, like, you know, they're able to, I mean, they don't really make it far to the playoffs, but they're consistent making it to the playoffs.
Oh, they consistently make it to the conference finals. They didn't make it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good thing for them. I mean, like, they just got to make that extra push. And then, like, they're still young, so they still got time. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics' problems have always been the same: ball movement and rebounding. Like, they've always struggled with rebounds, or they've struggled with playmaking.
And a true point. Who's their point guard now?
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh yeah.
So they need a true point guard. And so
Dennis Schroeder, he ain't a true point guard. He's not a true point guard.
I think they need like a Rondo. If Rondo's gonna play like a Rondo, I don't know if the Celtics will pick him back up, but they need someone to go out there and just be looking for people who are open. But that also takes the ball away from Tatum, so hey, I don't know. But the Celtics, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
They need Chris Paul.
They would love Chris Paul. They ain't gonna get Chris Paul. Thinking of Chris Paul, the Suns beat the Heat without Chris Paul. You know, Chris Paul, he got injured like a month ago, and he's been he hasn't played ever since. And the Suns have not cared. They've still been like, we still gonna get 50 wins. They've going for 60. I think they might get 60. But yeah, one of my friends is a Heat fan, and I hit him up, and I hit him up because the Suns won without Chris Paul. You know,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What do you think about the Suns being a contender?
I mean, shoot, they can go back like they did last year, bro. They go all the way joyride to the finals. The Lakers not even the problem no more. So hey,
that is true.
Who else is the problem? What, Golden State? Golden State might. That's an interesting conference finals. That's an interesting conference finals.
That is interesting,
especially if everybody like is in. Bro, what if they get it's on what's his face? James Wiseman.
James Wiseman.
He's out.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Dang.
He ain't coming back.
But that's still gonna be an interesting.
It is gonna be a very interesting fight. My only thing about the Suns versus Warriors is that
who else would it be?
I mean, I feel like
between Phoenix,
the Jazz, maybe.
No,
just maybe.
Bro, how many times the Jazz always disappoints, bro?
They don't disappoint.
They don't disappoint, but they get outplayed.
Yeah, they do get outplayed.
They get outplayed, especially.
You know why they get outplayed? Because Rudy, one-trick pony Gobert, is getting paid $200 million to do things that smaller players and better players are doing better. Now, of course, he gets rewarded by 2K with a high overall because he's playing with a good team, and he is a good player, but he is not nearly as good as people try to overhype him. He's a good defender. Because once you get him anywhere out of that paint, homie is a fish out of water.
This man has a love-hate relationship.
I don't have a love-hate relationship. I value him as the traditional defensive big man he is. But when people try to overhype him, like when he was crying because he wasn't an all-star. Who would want to see you in an all-star game? Who wants to see, like, you know, he has a lot of his blocks are boring.
Oh my god!
Like he doesn't even have like athletic blocks. It's just like, oh, you about to shoot? Like no one wants to see that. No one wants to see your standing dunks. Like that's not entertaining.
Anyway, speaking about the West, let's talk about the Lakers.
Lakers are still losing. Moving on. They're still losing. There's nothing else to say. If you watch my story, you know Westbrook is not the problem. He's a problem. The Lakers have a scroll of problems that you can talk about. A scroll. One thing, they can't guard my grandma. Two, they can't outplay my grandma because they act like they've never seen each other on a nightly basis. They act like they pick up new players every day. That's what they act like. They act like, oh man, Russell Westbrook, who's that? LeBron. I've never seen LeBron before. Well, you said, hold on, Malik Monk? Oh, nice to meet you, sir. Oh, go for a lob. Oh, you were going that way? That's crazy. Bro, come on, y'all. Wow. Literally. Me and my brother can hop on the court, and I probably get maybe like one bucket because they're still.
Guess what? Y'all LA fans finally get what y'all deserve. Y'all can't have everything. Because this is the first year I've seen in a long time where the Lakers and the Clippers are doing terrible. In a long time.
I mean, like, the Clippers are playing how they're supposed to be playing without Kawhi and PG. But, like, even the Clippers beat the Lakers. Like, man, everybody beat up on the Lakers. Like, you and your friends from school can get together and beat the Lakers. Everybody can. Everybody, let's go jump on the Lakers. Like, straight up. All right, let me not.
LA, this is not your season.
Let me not there in the
Lakers.
Lakers for too long. Let's roll into Thursday. Now, we talked about it for most of the episode. Yes, the Nets smacked the Sixers, and they put them in their place. Because Sixers fans were like, oh, man, you Nets probably regretting that trade.
Don't Sixers fans always get put in their place?
They do. Sixers fans, y'all probably regret that play, don't you? Y'all probably regret that trade, don't you? Y'all probably regret that trade, don't you? You know, KD and Kyrie, they didn't even go for like a lot of points. They just played really well, and they just made Joel Embiid and Harden look like G League players. They were just like, yo. They said, Joel Embiid who? Harden who? That's crazy. Steph getting back into his flow. You know, he's Steph. If you don't watch basketball, don't say anything in the comments. Steph has been up and down this season. I'm looking in the camera. Steph has been up and down this season.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Yes.
Like, no, man.
Exactly.
No, man.
He's the best
point
guard. He's still the best point guard in the league.
Steph Curry's best point guard to touch basketball. That's not even.
But now, y'all gotta look past the numbers, bro. Look at the actual stats and analytics. He's shooting like 43% from the field. You know what's shooting 43% from the field? Russell Westbrook. And you know who's not getting criticized? Steph Curry. Now, he's shooting good. He's shooting great from the. He's shooting good from the 3-point line. He's still leading the league in 3-point makes. But if you look at his percentages, look how he's playing, even look at his turnovers. He's been up and down. Now he's still in the MVP race. Yes. I still probably give the MVP to probably like Giannis. But
if Giannis wins, would this be his?
This would be his third. This would be his third, and that would be crazy if he wins. That would be crazy because there's only a few three-time
up the ladder.
Exactly, bro. In my opinion, Giannis is already a top 10 power forward. He's already a top 10 power forward. He's already he already had Defensive Player of the Year, NBA championship, championship MVP. He's already a 2-time MVP. Hey, go ahead, bro. Get your accolades. Like homie, steady climbing up the ladder.
And he just. Yeah.
And he plays offense and defense, so that already puts him ahead of the curve. And yes, guys, Giannis is better than AD. I know we talked about it for a long time. AD's skills are like woo, but when you're injured, woo, it doesn't matter. If you're injured, we don't see it. And I don't think he fell. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit.
I feel like he did. I'm saying he did because I'm not every time back in 2015 to 2019. Every time you hear AD, you think of him as like a top 5 player in the NBA. But it's like now throughout the years, especially with his injuries and stuff like that, that is part of the problem. But it's another thing. He acts like he's a point guard still. He came out as a point guard, and he played when he was a power forward. When he came to the league, he actually played like a power forward a little bit. But now he's going back to his point guard days. Like he think he playing point guard, and that's what's messing him up. You can't be shooting threes, and you know you're not efficient. He's not that efficient.
I mean, usually he is having a down season, but in past years he has been really well from the 3-point line. But okay, I do agree with your fact that yes, he is washed. I mean, not washed, but he is. He's gotten worse. Off. If you looked at him on the Pelicans, he wasn't afraid of contact. He wasn't afraid to guard the best player. Like he was guarding KD when the Pelicans played when Golden State would play the Pelicans. I think now because he's been injured so much, he's being softer because he doesn't want to re-aggravate his already glass bones. So I think playing like your grandma, he just wants to be really safe and trying to keep off the orthopedics. So. Respect to AD, I think he's a great player, but I think until he can get his injuries under wrap, he's just going to be another one of those guys who's like, hey, he started the season really well, but he just fell out due to injuries. But who's really going to fall out due to injuries? Zion. Zion is definitely going to be one of those players we look back and we're like, wow.
That's a what that he.
What if?
I hope Zion, bro. I don't know, man. What is it now? What's this injury?
It's something leg related. It's always something leg related. It's always something leg related. And so Stephen A. Smith made a great comparison. KD and Greg Oden, John Morant and Zion. Now Greg Oden and Zion were the number one overall pick. KD and Ja were the number 2 overall pick. both Greg Oden and Zion were injured. I think that Zion was injured to start his career. Greg Oden played, but then he got injured. And then he came back and he was not nearly what he was. Zion, he started off the year injured, came back, was like, what's injury? Boom, 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 boom. What's an injury? Boom, boom, boom. And then he got injured, and now we're like, we might never see this man ever again. Like, he really may fall off the face of the planet and go play in China somewhere. Like, I would hate to see it because I really think he has a lot of potential.
Bro, he had skyrocket potential, bro.
Yeah, he really did. Like,
are you serious?
No, but if you
having potential, that's an understatement.
That's true. And see, with how the Pelicans are playing with CJ, like they could really make something happen. But, guys, I don't want to go any more time than we already went. I can talk about basketball for years and be like, oh, wow, it's really been 10 years. So, we're going to end off the video.
Hey, man, if you like this, man, make sure you hit a thumbs up, bro. Like the video. Hey, man, this is going to be our new playlist. Mm-hmm. So, we're going to just put an episode just dedicated to basketball, and it's going to be under this title, Lowkey for the Hoop. So, y'all stay out for that.
Get a double upload.
Yes, sir.
Count
yes,
your
sir.
Blessings.
Mm-hmm.
You get a double upload.
Honestly, I might get double uploads every video.
You might judge. Yeah. Because I'm always going to, I love basketball. If y'all don't know, I love basketball.
So we always going to have topics, especially, we're going to try to do some extra stuff with it. But, hey, man, if y'all like this, just let them know.
And we also have some hooping videos. It's coming.
Yeah.
I have a cameraman set up with a drone. It's gonna be real hype, y'all. It's gonna be so cool. So
y'all get to see us hoop. Mm-hmm. Y'all get to see how we play. Mm-hmm. Even though
just so you know, he's way better than me, but I do catch him slipping every now and again.
Catch me slipping. When
I'm gonna post a clip on my story of when I scored on him and I went practice.
And that's probably the only time you score.
No, it's not the only time. It's one of the few, but it's not the only time. It's not the only time.
Meanwhile, I did him dirty.
No, he does. No, he does. He does me dirty a lot.
I think I do everybody dirty all the time.
He does everybody, bro. Slow story. So we pull up to a park, right? And so they're picking guys. They usually pick us on the same team, but they didn't. So they put us on different teams. I wanted to guard him, but the guy in the park was like, "No, I got him." I was like, I looked at Xavier. I don't know if you saw me. But I looked at him. I was like,
"Nah, I didn't see you." I was just like, he's like, "I'm going." I was like, "Okay."
He was locked. I was like, bro,
man, who cares?
Literally, like 2 minutes in, Xavier going off, and you hear, dude, but he the chosen one. I'm like, oh my goodness.
That's the second time somebody has referenced me to LeBron playing basketball. The first time I was like in 10 another act, like I was playing rep ball, and I don't know what was going on, but whatever it was, I was just scoring all the points the whole game. It's like, that's LeBron! I just hear, that's LeBron right there. I'm like,
bro, no, like, okay, so like, he went up for a layup, like, he was too slow, and then he put up for a three,
yeah.
It was a chain on it, so it was, like, amazing. And then he goes up for another layup, and he playing defense, he got him rebounds, he pushing a break. I was pretty trash. I was very uncomfortable.
Bro, I wasn't even wearing the right shoes. I was wearing some
freaking with them Air Max Picasso.
Vapor Max. I was wearing some Vapor Max, so it was super hard. I was trying to dunk too, but it was slipping out there.
Bro, oh my goodness. But nah, we definitely gonna get some videos together. It's gonna be hype. Yeah, so let's close out the video before it gets too long.
All right, man. Hey, shoot, another video. Well, first video.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, DM us for any ideas, comment your suggestions, and hey.
Man.
We out.
Till next time.